We got embarrassed today at the MTA board meeting. So the union decided to have an impromptu rally at the MTA board meeting to address the service cuts, and they had multiple speakers represent the union. First, I want to start off with the good. Shout out to Aaron Morrison. Shout out to Alexander Kemp. Shout out to even Eric Logel. Eric Logel did very well speaking today. But we have some issues at the president position once again when it comes to speaking on the issues and getting the message delivered properly. What happened today was a complete embarrassment. And the reason why this embarrassment continues to happen is because these people insulate themselves with yes men. They insulate themselves with people who do not give them any type of constructive criticism to be better, right? Today was an important board meeting according to the union, and there we wasn't made a day better. If I was an officer on that MTA board, I would not have taken what happened today serious. Now I'm going to play you guys a video from the MTA board meeting today with Richie Davis speaking. And I want you guys to pay attention. Look at the video on how he delivered this message. Matter of fact, let me make it bigger so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So check it out.
Yes. Okay. Good morning, and thank you for having me here today. My name is Richard Davis. I'm the president of Transport Workers Union Local 100, and I'll get right to the point. Service cuts are a terrible, terrible idea. And TW Local 100 will fight you every step of the way. Yes, ridership is down Mondays and Fridays. That's partly because higher income commuters, those who own office space in Midtown and Lower Manhattan, are staying in the suburbs. But a lot of people are still coming to work. People who couldn't stay home during the pandemic can stay home now. They don't have that luxury. We cannot stay home. We have to come to work. Nurses, grocery store workers, warehouse workers, social workers, cooks, the men and women who mop the hospital floors, those who take care of the elderly, those who fill prescriptions, prepare meals, stock shelves. The working class frontline essential workers, many of whom are immigrants and people of color. Ridership may well be below the pandemic levels in most of Manhattan stations, but ridership is stronger in the outer boroughs, where many of our blue-collar and low-income riders live. In fact, ridership is between 70% and 80% of pre-pandemic levels at more than 50 stations in Bronx, Queens, and Brooklyn. These include stations on number 6 line in the Bronx, number 7 line in Queens, lines that are facing service cuts. So the executives in the corner office that gets to work at home, the person who cleans that office gets to stand on a platform longer on the way to work. That platform and the train, meanwhile, will be crowded. During a pandemic, how does that make sense? The flu virus is rampant, and COVID levels are currently ascending. We believe these service cuts are just the start. If MTA management gets away with them without even holding public hearings, and then more dramatic and painful service cuts will follow. I have no doubt service cuts will lead to rider frustration and will lead to more assaults on our transit workers. And we are fed up beyond belief with these assaults. And I want to make my final point. Governor Hochul and Mayor Adams just released a report on how to revitalize our business districts. The report says we should maintain peak hour service and increase service during peak hours and make it easier to New Yorkers to get to work. That's a quote, and I will close that we'll fight and will not stop to the end. Do not take my demeanor today as weakness. I want to make sure I make that point. We'll fight.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Please conclude your remarks.
Did you guys see what just happened there? embarrassing, right? And first and foremost, why they keep saying thanks for having me here? Nobody invites anybody to come speak at the MTA board meeting. You sign up and you speak. It is simple as that. But to continuously not deliver these messages properly, to not know these issues verbatim. See, it's okay to speak, to read from a paper the bullet points so you won't forget your main ideas. But to read the issues word for word as a union president says a whole bunch. He's spending more time looking down than making eye contact with the room. Eye contact is very important in public speaking, right? Now, if you notice in the video, even Samuelson was looking over his shoulder, looking over Richie Davis' shoulder, like, what is he reading? Like, what's going on here? And it's embarrassing. I don't want to hear, well, everybody's not good at public speaking. If you're going to be a union president, like the other powerful union presidents in this city, you have to be a good public speaker. That should be a prerequisite, right? You must know the issues. See, public speaking and knowing the issues are two totally different things. If you know the issues, you don't have to look down at a paper. I prefer for you to make eye contact and stumble and bumble than read from a paper, don't make no eye contact and stumble and bumble. Right? Now, just because you have a certain title should not mean that you should be the one to speak. During these situations, the strongest speakers need to come forth. Right? Just because you're a vice president don't mean that you should speak. Canelo Gomez is a horrible public speaker. I mean, he speaks good when it comes to doing raffles and stuff like that, but when it comes to the issues, he's not a good public speaker. John Samuelson, as much as I disagree with John Samuelson on things, John Samuelson is a great public speaker. He knows how to deliver his message well. He says it with authority. He look in their faces. He adds sarcasm to it. John Samuelson is a great public speaker. We must do better. We can't say that these cuts are serious. They are important. We must do this. We must do that. And we're not delivering the message clearly. What's the sense of going to the MTA board meeting if you're not going to deliver the message clearly? Total embarrassment. Total embarrassment. But yeah, this is what we working with, people. And the only reason I made this video, I said I was going to give Richie Davis 30 days. Actually, I'm going to give him to the mass membership meeting. When you embarrass us publicly, I'm going to address it publicly. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do our union leadership, must they do better? Or you think that his speech was good and it was delivered properly? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.